nothing serious, nothing to worry about. I'm just checking how easy or difficult this foot in mouth thing is. नहीं भाई, ना हो पाएगा आकाश, ना हो पाएगा तुमसे. अरे but then I didn't go to RSS शाखा ना for physical and ethical dexterity, where I could have learned the strength and flexibility between the main course. Bigotry वाला. RSS शाखा की ये तो excellent advantage है. The yoga training prepares you to be really supple, so that the most awkward positions are like the most comfortable, like foot in mouth. Which is why हमारे डिफेंस मिनिस्टर मनोहर पारिकर जी हमें हमेशा उसी मुद्रा में ही मिलते हैं. जुबान पे भारत माता की जय और मुंह में अपना पैर. वहां AK-47 इतनी तेजी से राउंड्स फायर नहीं कर सकता जितने मिस्टर पारिकर अपने जुबान से ब्लूपर्स फायर करते हैं. नॉन स्टॉप. मिलिट्री एक्शन का क्रेडिट मोदी जी को, क्रेडिट टू हिमसेल्फ, आर्मीज हनुमान. एंड देन ऑफ कोर्स केम दिस क्लासिक. इस बार तो सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक का क्रेडिट सीधा दे दिया RSS को.
महात्मा गांधी के गांव से आने वाले प्रधानमंत्री और जहां से मार्शल रेस ने ऐसे गोवा से डिफेंस मिनिस्टर और सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक, दिस इक्वेशन वाज क्वाइट मे बी द RSS टीचिंग वाज द बेसिक कोर.
क्या पारिकर जी, giving RSS training the credit for Army's action has to be the most what the fuck comment of your entire career, because there is nothing further from the Indian military's values, ethos, actions and credentials than the RSS warped, hate-filled teachings. And I'm not just saying this Jumla type, some people from the RSS, Jumla experts. I am saying this after having read what is taught by the Sangh. आप भी सुनो. You should all know what this organization is all about and why it is not a coincidence that you hear this kind of, casual bigotry. ऐसा तो चलता ही है from sitting MPs and party spokesperson. And of course, no surprise, goons like Raj Thackeray are actually finding legitimacy in their actions in today's day and age, today. Of course, for that you can give RSS credit, Parrikar Saab, because what they are doing is not very far away from the teachings of the RSS. Let's take a look at the core teachings and ideology of the RSS that is heavily based on the writings of a person called Madhav Sadashiv Golwalkar. Especially two books that he wrote that shed light on his teachings. Now first you will ask me, who's this Golwalkar chap? Or as they say, Guruji. Well, let me tell you what Mayawati is for the BSP, what Nehru is to the Congress, what Mukesh Ambani is for Reliance, and Modi ji for BJP. Guruji is to the RSS. He's the man who made the RSS the force to reckon with. His two books, We Are Nationhood Defined and a bunch of thoughts, encapsulate the RSS thoughts and teachings. This is what RSS entire ethos is based on. Now, in We Are Nationhood Defined, Golwalkar ji कहते हैं, ever since that evil day when Muslims first landed in Hindustan, right up to the present moment, the Hindu nation has been gallantly fighting on to shake off the despoilers. Sounds familiar, no? You hear this a lot these days. Must be Parrikar ji जो कहते हैं ना, RSS के टीचिंग का नतीजा मुजफ्फरनगर के स्पीचेस में, यूपी की राजनीति में, अखलाक के गांव में, या फिर ऐसी बातें सुनने में मिलती हैं. लेकिन पारिकर जी, इंडियन मिलिट्री में ऐसी बातें कभी नहीं सुनने को ना मिली हैं और ना मिलेंगी. एंड गुरुजी's contempt was not only reserved for Muslims. गुरुजी कहते हैं, and I quote again, this educated class of Hindus have become in truth slaves of the English. They've cut their traces, lost their footing in the national past and become deculturalized, denationalized people. You hear this? You hear this a lot. BJP members in response to positions and spokespersons towing their line. Basically, मैं आपको बताता हूं. Guru Golwalkar was the first man to have created the word the secular, liptard, go to Pakistan tag. Although Pakistan तब बना नहीं था, but what a cool man. There's no coincidence that you hear so much of this these days. Must be again what? RSS teaching, Parrikar ji. You hear this so much because of RSS teaching. But you don't hear this again where? In the military. Now, this is what Guruji had to say about non-Hindus of our country. Lieutenant General Jacob, Company Quartermaster Havaldar Abdul Hamid, Commander Nanavati. I hope you're listening. ध्यान से सुनिए. Here is what Guruji says, and I quote again. The foreign races in Hindustan must either adopt the Hindu culture and language, must learn to respect and hold in reverence Hindu religion, must entertain no idea but those of glorification of the Hindu race and culture. अगर मतलब समझ में नहीं आया, of course, the Hindu nation, and must lose their separate existence to merge in the Hindu race, or may stay in the country wholly subordinated to the Hindu nation, claiming nothing, deserving no privileges, far less any preferential treatment, not even citizens' rights. So get it, all you decorated Muslim, Christians and Parsis who've shed blood to protect us. Don't expect even citizens' rights unless you lose your non-Hindu identity. All those Paramveer Chakras and Mahavir Chakras mean nothing if you go by your defense minister ka RSS ideology training kit. और ये सुन लो, on minorities as well. Guruji फरमाते हैं फिर से, Christians and Muslims may live at the mercy of the national race as long as the national race allows them to do so, and to quit the country at the sweet will of the national race. Holy shit! Parrikar Sahab, that sounds so much like the military code of honor or the credo of the Indian army. RSS teaching se uthaya hoga. Here, let me quote you the credo of the Indian Military Academy. Ekdam same hai. The safety, honor and welfare of your country comes first, always and every time. The honor, welfare and comfort of the men that you command come next. Your own ease, comfort and safety come last, always and every time. So similar to RSS ideological position. मतलब I can't tell the difference. एकदम same to same है. उधर से ही टेपा है. कोई ना. Let's take a look at Golwalkar ji's second book, Virtual Bible of the RSS. It's called A Bunch of Thoughts. इसमें गुरुजी ने कहा है about his favorite topic, non-Hindus. They forget that there was already a full-fledged ancient nation of Hindus, and the various communities that were living in the country were either there as guests, the Jews and the Parsis, or as invaders, the Muslims and the Christians. So, Commander Rustam, Brigadier Khan, Captain Roberto, आप लोग की तो लग ली. आप लोग कट लो आर्मी से, क्योंकि RSS teaching से इंस्पायर हो रही है आर्मी, and there is no space for invaders or guests in our great Indian army. Parrikar ji, I don't know if you know this, but when you become a soldier in the Indian army, this is the oath that is taken. And I quote, I hereby solemnly swear that I will bear true faith and allegiance to the Constitution of India as by law established, and that I will, as in duty bound, honestly and faithfully serve the regular army of the Union of India. Constitution के बारे में RSS का क्या ख्याल है? Anyways, आगे बढ़ते हैं. I really wonder how Golwalkar ji would have reacted after seeing the practice of Sarv Dharm Sthal in the army. You know, it's a common practice, a common place of worship for all religions for the soldiers, where, you know, Hinduism, Islam and Christianity are not really jostling or fighting with each other for superiority. Or how would the RSS react on hearing slogans like Karm Hi Dharm? Duty is my religion, not religion is my duty. Yes, Parrikar Saab, sounds exactly what the Indian Army needs at this point of time. A bit of RSS edge. हाँ, blunt पड़ गए बेचारे हमारे para commandos. हाँ? Recently, the army had to speak out against the MNS for trying to offer it extortion money brokered by an outstanding member of the RSS, BJP Chief Minister, Mr. Fadnavis, who looks great in shorts, by the way. And he thought nothing of indulging a bigoted hoodlum. This guy. Must be the RSS training, na? How to deal with a gunda and extortionist. So bigoted was some of the excerpts of Guruji's We, Our Nationhood Defined that in 2006, the RSS officially tried to distance itself from the ranting, saying that it neither represented the views of Guruji nor of the RSS. Basically, Golwalkar ji's first book was too hardcore, even for hardcore RSS people. Guruji was referring to what other people had said. This was not his own articulated thoughts. Nice, no? Talk about contorting positions. However, former RSS spokesperson MG Vaidya ने कहा हटाओ We Our Nationhood Defined को, हटाओ इस किताब को. हमारे लिए तो गोलवलकर जी का bunch of thoughts central है. Central है. समझ रहे ना? समझ रहे ना? But see the beauty. What that book has said is not very much different from the earlier one. So पता नहीं किस बात पे रकस है. And you don't really have to believe me. Read the book yourself because, you know, you don't want one thing. You don't want the RSS to cast its horrible shadow, at least on the Indian military. And dear Parrikar ji, request है. RSS की teachings इतनी सारी जगह लग सकती हैं. राजनीति पे लगाइए, corruption पे लगाइए, minority appeasement पे लगाइए, competitive majoritism पे लगाइए, nepotism की गंदगी में भी लगा दीजिए. but please don't mess with the army. Meanwhile, let me duck for cover क्योंकि RSS का सर्जिकल स्ट्राइक किसी भी समय अब शुरू हो सकता है. By the way, गालियों, abuses, MCBC के साथ please like, share and subscribe to News Laundry. Follow us on Twitter and Facebook also. और थोड़ा सा हो सके तो सब्सक्राइब भी कीजिएगा टू कीप न्यूज मीडिया इंडिपेंडेंट, हाँ, जिससे मैं आपके साथ ऐसी और बातें कर सकूं. सो यू कैन स्टार्ट द अब्यूज नाउ.
If you like that, click here to support us and down here to subscribe to our YouTube channel, and do check out the other stuff we do like News Laundry interviews, Why So Serious, animations, comics, panel discussions, podcasts which are really big, and much, much more.